Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2016, Leo. And this is Manu Tarot. Leo, let's start immediately with your reading. We have here Ogun, the Outcast, and Oba. Notice that the Outcast has a rooster that is constantly pecking on the guy's heel. And by this is warning you, or in this case, is warning the person that is carrying the rose and the red bag all over his shoulder. Is giving them a warning, an advice. It's like telling the person, careful. The Outcast is all about taking action, doing something. What is that something? We have to then look at Oba. And Oba, those that know the Pataki, they are very aware that she was told something and she followed through, ending in a problem, in something that it was not what she expected. I'm not going to say what it's all about. The Pataki, that's what you really need to know. And Ogun, when we look at these two cards, then it reminds us of a story where Ogun did something. And at the beginning, no one knew. But at the end, everyone knew what it was. And he ended up regretting it to the point that he ran away and he isolated himself and he technically cursed himself. That's the story, that's the Pataki. There's always a lesson behind stories. And he hid himself and he said that he will stay like that for the rest of the time. And if you are familiarized with the story, you already know what I'm talking about. The thing is that he did something that at the end he regretted. And the tarot cards, the opening is coming with a warning for you, dear Leo. They're telling you, be careful of what you do or what you say. Okay? What you do or what you say might have a strong impact in your life, especially during the month of February. And we're going to start understanding this, why they're telling you this, when we take a look at the rest of the reading. For example, here we have the Prince of Cups or the Page of Cups with Neptune and Venus, and the Prince of Swords or the Page of Swords with Mercury and the North Node of the Moon. And it's very interesting because we have here Mercury, Gemini Mercury, and this is all about communication. This is all about what we say, what we do, communication. And don't forget that communication is not only written and verbal, it's non-verbal. Body language is a type of communication. Okay? And then we have Neptune, and Neptune is letting us know that there's going to be misunderstandings during this time of the year. Misunderstandings or information that is given that is ill-intended. Okay? We have to give that interpretation because we have Oba here. Okay? And Oba is hinting us, the story behind Oba is letting us know that there is some information that probably someone is going to give you. It could be good or bad intentions behind it. That's not the point. The point is that it's not going to work that great for you. The end result is not what you thought. Okay? And they're warning you. with any type of advice that you are given, of anything that you say that could be misunderstood. It could have be it would be interpreted wrongfully, and you have to understand that Mercury became retrograde in January 5th. Okay, so we start seeing here Mercury doing his things with you, my dear Leo, and it's very fascinating that we have Neptune and Mercury here, and then you have to remember that Jupiter became retrograde also in January. So it's very interesting to see how things are manifesting here in the tarot cards, and they're warning you, they're letting you know in advance, okay? Because it seems like you're going to do something, and they're telling you careful. You're going to say something careful, okay? We have here the 6 of coins, the 7 of coins, and the 5 of cups. Notice that the 7 of coins remind us of the parable of Jesus, where he was talking about these different guys, let's put it like that, that they were throwing seeds, and the seeds were falling in different kinds of terrain or land. But at the same time, he's reminding us that whatever we do, we're going to see the results of it. And then we have the 5 of cups, when Adam and Eve were expelled from paradise. They did something, they paid for it. And that's what the tarot cards are warning you. We're seeing this coming from the very first beginning of the reading. We're starting seeing the very common denominator of warning you of something that you might do or say that might cost you dearly. Then we have the Magician, the Sun, and the King of Pentacles here. Notice that all of them are in an upside down position. This is about withdrawal, isolation, and it's very interesting that Oba and Ogun, they isolated themselves when this happened because they felt ashamed, or you felt ashamed, or you became depressed, or whatever it is. It's talking about isolation, withdrawal. It's about being secluded. This could be positive, this could be negative, but the thing is that it's letting us know that there's something that you might say that might make you feel embarrassed, shamed, regretful, and they're warning you. Okay? We have the King of Pentacles that is letting us know that this is going to affect you. Okay? This is going to shake you up. This is going to affect you. We have the Magician. The Magician is letting us know that even if you have all the tools to deal with the problem, you won't be able to see it. This is all about confusion. And it makes us remember Neptune. Because Neptune, one of the characteristics is that it brings also confusion, a lack of clarity of mind. So it's letting us know that during the month of February, you have to be very careful. You might not be thinking very clearly. You might not see things in a very clear way. You might not understand things in a very clear way of saying. You understand what I'm trying to say, okay? And that's why they're telling you, careful. You might misinterpret something. You might understood something wrong. You might understand something wrong, or you might or you probably understood it wrong. This is all about communication, understanding things. Okay, it's about perceptions, and it's letting you know that it might bring you a little bit of problem. In other words, if you're at work and you're involved in a lot of gossip, a lot of talking about this and that, and bringing a person's name under certain circumstances that you muddle or throw into the dust or dirt, tarnish someone's name, just be prepared. If you get involved with that kind of behavior, especially at work, it might cost you very dearly. Okay, this is the kind of stuff that the tarot cards are telling you, that you have to be very, very careful. We have here the sun, and the sun is upside down, and it reminds us of Neptune. One of the characteristics of Neptune is that he brings confusion, but sometimes he also brings down the veil, he brings down the wall. And it's very fascinating because it is hinting us that highly probably if you were hiding something, is going to be known during this time of the year. So if you're cheating if you're a cheater, if you're cheating your spouse, be prepared. This month is highly probable, some way, somehow, oops, it comes out. I'm not telling you this, I'm not warning you to like in the sense of letting you know that is right what you're doing. It's up to you, that's your life. It's just be prepared. If you are a cheater, just be prepared because it's not gonna last. That information is gonna come out to the light. Whatever you do in the secret is gonna come out to the light for everyone to see, for everyone to know. Okay? At work, don't get involved in gossips. It's going to be very counterproductive for you during this time of the year, my dear Leo. Don't do it. I'm giving you this as an advice because what the tarot cards are saying is that's what you're going to do. Okay? So I'm giving you this as an advice. Don't do it. Even if it sounds funny, interested, don't do it. Even if it is to be the center of attention, don't do it. Then you're going to be the center of attention, but not the way that you want it. Okay? The tarot card, what they're saying is whatever you do, you're going to see the results, especially during the month of February. Whatever you did in 2015, whatever you did on January, or whatever you're doing on February, is going to come out to the light. Whatever is hidden, whatever is secret, is going to come out to the light. And I'm giving a lot of emphasis to this. Okay? The same thing. Don't act immediately to whatever is told to you. If anyone tells you something, before acting, make sure that you verify. The tarot cards are literally what they're saying is that you're going to jump into action without thinking, analyzing, or investigating if what they told you was true or not. And you're going to get into trouble. That's the warning that the tarot cards, well, that's how I'm reading it. Like a warning. But really, what the tarot cards are saying is that you are going to get into a mess because you and your big mouth. Okay? Because you didn't think. So I'm just giving you the warning beforehand. Remember that whatever you say, whatever you do, there's always going to be a result. And there's going to be a reaction. Okay? That's more or less what I have for you, my dear Leo, for February 2016. If you have problems and you want divine intervention, you could use Saint Peter. You can use Saint Anthony of Abad, Saint Anthony of Padua. You can use the Divine Child of Atocha, and you can use what we call in Spanish Santa Catalina de Siena. I believe that in English will be Saint Catherine of Siena. I don't know how it's pronounced that in English. But you could use those for divine intervention. That's all I have for you. And till the next one.